Yes, sir. Hey, y'all, before we hop into the video, I just want to ask y'all to please follow my socials, man, so y'all can be updated on all the content we drop, so y'all won't miss a goddamn thing for sure. Because if you're watching this right now, that means you're meant to be here. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can be here for the come up on God, bro. And be sure to check out my music on all platforms. But with all that being said, please enjoy the video.
Yeah! Fashion! Yeah! Fashion! Fashion! Yeah! Fashion! Yeah! Fashion! Yeah! Fashion! Yeah!
Yo, fuck going, gang. We back in this bitch with a new reaction video for Showski, man. And oh my gosh, bro, we got the damn Mullen press conference, y'all, after we just had that shitty performance on Saturday, bro. I don't want to watch this, but I do want to watch this to hear what he's going to say to try to downplay that shit performance of coaching and plays and playing false starts. And the whole performance was just pure shit, bro. And what damn Mullen, like I said, he's good at press conferences, bro, so he's good at downplaying the moments. But, bro, I'm sorry, before we even press play on this shit, bro, you have to own that shit, bro. You called horrible plays, horrible clock management, bro. It was just all around bad, bro. And now we're at the point now you're on the hot seat, bro. You're on the hot seat, bro, because you say you trust your quarterback, but then you don't really trust your quarterback, bro. You know what I'm saying? The way he's acting and the way he's saying is not translating to on the field altogether, bro. So we're here today, bro. Mullen press conference, dog. Let's hear what you got to say, man.
Obviously, getting ready, big week, homecoming week on campus. Gator Growl Friday night, the Hall of Fame inductions on Saturday. I know we're honoring a lot of our Olympians here on Saturday, so big weekend for us here on campus. Should be an exciting time. I know Gator Crowd's done an amazing job so far.
Oh yeah, look at my cup, y'all. I got the guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to rep, and they just out here doing. I have a transparent cup, y'all. Look at that. Oh my God, and they out here just making it so hard for me to be a fan, bro. I swear, dog.
For us this year in home games, and excited to see everybody back out there again this week.
Yeah, hey Dan.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure what not going. Yeah, some things we didn't get a ton of time with you.
Oh, every week the reporters don't never fix their mics, bro. It pisses me off, bro. Why don't we do this every week, bro? I already have to deal with the horrible performance on Saturday, and then on Monday I gotta deal with the horrible press conference because the dudes don't know how to fix their mic and shit, bro. God damn.
Things we didn't get a ton of time with you. Married at the game, understandably you're on the road. I wanted to ask a couple, reflect on the game the other day for a sec. Obviously, at Florida, losses are taken hard. This one has been taken particularly hard by the fan base. And the questions about a few of the things that we kind of touched on the other night, but if you could readdress, for one, the decision to stay with the clap count and not go to silent, and also the use of timeouts was something.
Oh my God, but don't even get. Why do we not change this? Why do we not change the snap design or whatever you want to call the shit, bro? Like what? Obviously, it's loud as fucking that bitch. We can't hear a clap, bro. Like make it with the knee, bro. Then when he picks his knee up, that means he's ready. He looks at my, you know what I'm saying, bro? Get them NFL ready like they're supposed to be doing, right? The NFL, they use their knee to signal, right, bro? When it's too loud, bro. Why did we just not change it? We just have fuck ups and just not adjust, bro. Like shit's ass, dog. Shit pissing me off already. I'm about to get mad watching shit, dog.
And also the use of timeouts was something he drawn.
Yes, the use of timeouts. You had 3 timeouts before the half, Coach Mullen. You're the coach, right? What the fuck? Hey, bro. Hey, this made me mad, bro. You had 30 timeouts with 2 minutes left before the half, bro, and you did nothing, bro. And Emory had just got a first down for us, bro. It's not like we was on 3rd and 25 or some shit. You just let it go to the half. No, we was on first down. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Timeouts was something he drawn some consternation.
Yeah, I mean, the snap count's our snap count. We've used it. Most people use it around the country. Every team we've played has used it here in the swamp. So That's something we're looking at with our guys, but something we've used and most teams around the country use. So, but it is something we're looking at of how to make sure we're communicating everything the right way.
Bro, I don't understand why it takes you 2 days to go figure out how to get something fixed up when it gets back after the game, bro. In the moment of the game, when you see your players can't hear the fucking count, they can't hear the clap, bro. You need to design something up right then and there in the moment, bro. Oh my God, it's pathetic. I'm a minute and 48 seconds into this fucking press conference, and I'm pissed.
Timeouts in what way?
The fuck
Well,
do you
at
mean?
the end of the half, you addressed
Yeah.
it, but you felt like
Well,
you guys
anytime you get in a situation at the end of the half, we have the ball in the 12-yard line with under 2 minutes to go on our own 12. They have 3 timeouts. So obviously, I view that sometimes, especially college football, you're in an advantage on the defensive side of the ball right there, right? You pin them in deep. You have 3 timeouts. That was a big change in the game against them last year. We pinned them deep, under 2 minutes left in the half. We used all 3 timeouts, forced a punt, and we ran the punt back for a touchdown and really turned the entire course of the game. So you're looking in that situation. By the time we get the ball into range up to about the 30, there's about under 30 seconds left in the half.
It's because you did it. We had 3 timeouts. You didn't want to use any to stop the clock. That's why we had 30 seconds left. And Emory got us up there in like 2 plays, dog. That's just pissing me off.
At that point, we'd been playing pretty good defensively. And so at that point we said, hey, we're in a position right now we can take it in. Instead of trying to take a
piss poor, and that's conservative, and that's some pussy damn Mullen football. You love going for it on 4th down and all this damn bullshit, but that was some conservative pussy football.
Risk throwing the ball down the field. We'd been playing pretty well defensively, and I thought we'd move the ball fairly well. Some mistakes hurt us, so we were going to take it into halftime after getting the first downs to get out of the half and not let them pin us in and force a flipping field position.
I didn't count them up, but I'm here. Anthony Richardson played 6 plays, I believe.
Threw the ball one time.
Why was his workload? Do you feel like he should have a bigger workload going forward?
Yes.
Did he get dinged on that play?
No.
And maybe.
Oh no, he was fine.
Perfectly fine.
Do you feel like his workload could increase?
We'll look at it as depends on our game plan from week to week and how practice goes.
Oh my God, bro.
Okay, appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
He played 6 plays and threw the ball 1 time, and you put him in for speed options, bro. Like he can't throw or something, bro.
Have it watered?
When he can damn near throw better than our starting quarterback. Like, I hate this shit, bro.
Coach, how would you assess the lack of downfield passing and stretching the field from Emory this last game and some this season before this last game?
Yeah, well, you look at the last game. They played us. They were playing a lot of 1 high, soft, deep coverage.
What? Is that all you have to say?
Good.
Oh my God, this thing about to piss me off, bro.
Yeah, well, you look at the last game. They played us. They were playing a lot of 1 high, soft, deep coverage.
Oh my God.
So schematically, you're not gonna. They're just bailing everybody really deep. You're not gonna just launch it into coverage down the field.
Okay. Back first season here after the Missouri game, you referenced wanting to win and compete with everything, and including thumb wrestling with a lot of passion.
Mm-hmm.
Is that same sense of urgency and motivation missing from the program right now?
Not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. I promise you that.
Thank you.
I was talking.
Yeah, Dan, I'm going to kind of follow up along those lines. Whether it's right or wrong, a lot of the fans feel like maybe you guys are kind of stalled out at that New Year's 6 range. What is it going to take for you guys as a program to push through and get back to that SEC title game and a situation where you can win it?
We were there last year, so.
But do you understand
What does that have to do with anything? What does last year have to do with anything?
And get back to that SEC title game and a situation where
he just asked you, what do you have to do to arrange yourself to get back there this year? And he just said we were there last year. And in a lot of damn, when you losing me, bro, you are losing me, man.
Fans feel like maybe you guys are kind of stalled out at that New Year's 6 range. What is it going to take for you guys as a program to push through and get back to that SEC title game and a situation where you can win it?
We were there last year.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
But do you
What
understand
does that
the
mean?
concerns about the trajectory, given that you were there last year and now you're 5 games in, looking at a 3-2 record?
No, I mean, each year is independent of itself. You know, a lot of different factors go into things from one year to the next. There's a lot of football still to be played this year, so we'll see how this year plays out.
Mark Long.
Hey, Dan. Curious on your assessment of special teams. I think your punter's been pretty fantastic, but it doesn't look like you guys have been very dynamic outside of him, and certainly you've lost. You could say you've lost 2 games because of special teams.
Well, you certainly look at different scenarios in it, and even the punting situation. You know, I think we've had opportunities to pin people in deep with our pooch punts, and we haven't been able to execute that. You know, that was a huge component of it. PAT field goal. You know, it's always, I love everybody to let you look, say, hey, it's special teams, but there's a lot of different things. There's 11 guys on each individual play that are on the field. So I can point to a different guy. If you want to tell me, I don't like saying, hey, that was this guy's fault on this play. But we know what it is, and we coach it and try to get it fixed. I mean, I don't need to exemplify it publicly of where it is, but it's not just one factor in all of those different things that go on special teams wise. There's obviously different things that go into it. You know, but I mean, we had a bunch of penalties. We had penalties on special teams last week. We had 3 penalties on special teams that ended up being huge plays. 3 different individuals responsible for each penalty. You know, and they end up being big factors in the game. So it is something that we just got to work on and continue to improve. And that's on me to make sure that we're playing at a disciplined level.
And speaking of the discipline, how personally disappointing. That's not something we see out of Dan Mullen teams to look somewhat unprepared or to be undisciplined.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, we have been undisciplined for the past couple of years, bro. If you really want to look at the Florida offense, we've been undisciplined, bro. It's been like that. For false starts, penalties, bro. It's been like that since Mullen's been there. We've been undisciplined on offense, I can say, bro. We have, dog. It's been like that, bro. So to say that it hasn't been like that from a Mullen team, that's a lie. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Somewhat unprepared or to be undisciplined.
I think this is year 4 for Mullen. I would say last year was our most offensively disciplined, you know what I'm saying, our most disciplined offense, you know what I'm saying, as in the Mullen era of him being the head coach. Last year was the best. But any of these other years, bro, we've been sloppy on offense, bro.
Yeah. How disappointing was that for you?
You know what? It really is. You know, to me, and that, I mean, I take it personally that's on me. You know, that's my responsibility as the coach with everything in this of us. And when you go perform, and you make the mistakes that we made, you know, I mean, you look at that game, right? And they're, you know, one of the things you look at. I mean, Mark's done a good job. They're a top 25 program consistently. I mean, I believe that. I think, you know, watching them, he took over a program, built the program the right way, very similar to what we did at Mississippi State back a long time ago. Has built his program around the right way. You go play in a tough environment against a good football team, and you make the number of mistakes that we make, you're not going to win football games. And you know, that's what we address as a coaching staff of what are we doing to make sure, like we do in every week, in everything in life, whether it's big or small, when something happens, you can't change it. I mean, it is what it is. That's what happened. So let's look at what happened. Let's look at what was good. Let's look at what was bad and how are we fixing it to improve it. You don't sit there and mull over the past. You sit there and say what happened. What was good, what was bad, how do we fix it, how do we get better, how do we move on? And we've talked about that both as a coaching staff and as a team, and find ways to go fix those things because, you know, you guys could probably check it. I don't ever remember a game as a head coach where we've had 15 penalties in a game before.
That's crazy because that's crazy.
I mean, I've coached a bunch of games, so maybe there's one skipping my mind out there, but I don't think I've had one with that many penalties before. So that you know, that is disappointing for me.
That's crazy.
Nick Delatorre. Hey, Coach. Going back to that the last drive before halftime, You had 3 timeouts. You could have
Yeah.
called a timeout before the punt. Is that something you even thought of doing? Because I mean,
Well, no. Again, you're looking at a situation where when you're back to the wall, you're trying to get out of the half with under 2 minutes. You're trying to get out of the half sometimes, right? I mean, go back to last year's game. That's how we won the game.
I don't care, bro. Stupid.
So-
Stop talking about last year. Stop talking about last year, bro. Stop talking about it, bro. There's no point, bro. We didn't even win the championship last year with 2 Heisman finalists. There's no point in talking about last year because that was a flop too. Like, so what the fuck, bro? Like,
and then
stop.
my other question was about the penalties, which you already covered. We're good.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'll share this with you on the timeouts. If they were punting from their own 5-yard line, we would have taken the timeouts. If we had started the possession at the 40, we probably would have had a different mindset.
You're a pretty aggressive coach.
Yeah, every game's independent. Oh, I'm with you. And every game's independent of itself, and you're always kind of looking at situations right there.
Fuck any other game, we're going against Bama. You want to go for it on 4th down, all this what hot shit, man. We're going to Kentucky, and now you don't want to move the ball, bro. Like, you playing like a pussy now. Now you scared of Kentucky, like, bro.
Don't
make sense,
where
man.
you're at, you know. And in that situation, we're looking for explosive plays. You know, I think it went back to
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
I don't know. I think David asked the question. You know, we went out there looking for explosive plays. I think Emory had to check it down a couple times. And all of a sudden, we really hadn't moved the ball very much, and the clock's under 30 seconds. It wasn't like we weren't going to look to take a shot. 2 of those plays we called to see if we can take a shot down the field. They bailed everybody back. We checked it down. You know, now you're looking at the clock, and you're a play away from having to punt, and they potentially get good field position.
So in your mind, if you call a timeout before the punt and then get sacked, now you've just created a situation
But
where
now we're punting. They got the ball at midfield or they're running the punt back like we did last year against them.
Bro, this is
A
ridiculous,
lot of that
bro.
is in just how the game,
This is ridiculous. Emory had got us a 1st down. Oh my, I don't know.
the flow of the game's going. You know,
bad, bro.
as you get into a different game and how it is and where you are on the field and comfort level of where you're at on how to make plays.
And then the last play, it seemed like the passing windows are certainly short down there. Did Emory make the right read on that?
Yeah, you know, you're looking. I mean, they're dropping 8 guys into coverage on the last play of the game. And, you know, one of the things you talk about, when people are going to drop 8, there's always going to be extra guys in coverage. And within throwing lanes, there's always guys in lanes. So, you know, one of the things you want to look at is when you think you got a window, you rip it in. Don't wait for something better to happen. You know, and they're in a drop 8, dropping everybody into coverage right there, and he tried to let it rip into that window, and their kid tipped the ball away and made a nice play.
It wasn't open, bro. They dropped 8, and our running back went out on a delayed route, like a delayed hitch or something like that. Our running back was wide open for a touchdown, y'all. If y'all look back at it, bro, if you just look at our running back, he goes into like a delayed little route, and he's wide open for a touchdown. He walks right in, y'all. I promise. Go look at that shit. We had 8 plays on the goal line. We got bailed out for a face mask call, and we still couldn't score, bro. I don't even think we threw the ball past 15 yards, dog. This shit was pathetic, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This shit was pathetic. We had it was so many plays where people were open. It was bad, bro.
You know, I mean, in those situations, you don't want to be backed up. We went 1st and goal at the 5 to 2nd and goal at the 14 with a penalty, you know. Kind of changes the scenario.
Sure, thanks, man.
Hey, Dan, just kind of continuing on that line. Other than the penalties, the last 2 drives when you're in the red zone only get the field goal out of it.
Yeah.
Was that lack of execution, play calling?
Yeah, well, you're looking.
We went for it on 4th down. I don't even know why we did that stupid shit. We went for it on 4th down, but when it was late in the game, if we didn't get that 1st down, we didn't even get it. We would have got the 1st down, but we got a flag. We got another flag, bro. So then we had to take 3. But bro, taking them going for that on 4th down was pointless. It was stupid though. That was stupid though, bro. But it didn't even matter. We did get it because we got a flag. Then we had to kick 3. So
Look at the second to last drive. We're in the red zone. We convert actually a 4th and 2 to go in to score a touchdown, but there was a penalty. So that caused us the kick.
I was like, now he wants to be aggressive then when the game is literally on the line. Like, why are you being so aggressive now? Because if we don't get that first down conversion, the game's over right then and there. The game's over. The game's over. So why didn't you just want to take 3 then? I don't understand this bipolar ass play calling on when you want to be aggressive, when you don't want to be aggressive. Make a decision on what you want to do, bro. I don't understand, bro. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense sometimes, though. It doesn't make sense. But we got a flag on the shit, so either way, bro, like it's just.
And then the next drive, we're down inside the 5-yard line. There was a penalty. So I think it's more that, probably. I mean, we have 15 penalties.
That's crazy, bro.
You know, that's on me. I mean, the penalties are on me. You know, I mean, it's my responsibility to make sure the discipline this team plays with and executes at a high level. But that's
play calling is on Dan Mullen. Yes, bro. Play calling is on him. The not changing the snap call, the snap shit, the clapping shit, that's on him. Right before halftime, that's on him. The execution on the field is on the fucking players, bro. That's that. The execution on the field, but a lot of other shit, bro, is the coaching, bro. It's ass. It's mid.
I'd love to say it's more than that. You go watch the film, and it's pretty obvious.
It's bad, bro.
Sure. And then my other question, what was kind of your overall assessment of the offensive line's play as a whole?
Wasn't good.
Good and bad?
I would say it was the false starts and shit was bad, but I guess you could say in between the lines sometime was good because we did have a lot of rushing yards or whatever. But still though, we lost the fucking game and the shit wasn't good so bad. It was bad. Some shit was good, some shit was bad, but mostly bad, bro. The shit was bad, bro.
You know, there's some good things, there's some bad things on there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
False starts not great. A couple holding penalties in there that weren't great.
Delay of games, holding, false starts, crazy.
Couple of missed blocks here and there. Not, you know, that's with everybody. But you know, at other times, I thought, you know, at other times we were moving the ball.
Yeah,
you know, it was kind of one of those nights where
couldn't get nothing going because of the penalties.
You're just watching, and it's hard to get in rhythm. You're like, oh, here we go, we're moving, penalty, back it up, or a missed assignment, bad play, and you're just out of rhythm.
Brian Haley?
Coach, that actually kind of tied into the question I wanted to ask. The offensive line got a lot of really just praise for the first 4 games and playing really, really well. And this is kind of the first between a little bit of health and then cycling through some rotations and then those penalties, kind of the first adversity they've faced. I don't know if they've really had the chance to practice, but have you had the chance to like speak with them and see how they've responded or Hevesy?
Yeah, I'm sure they're excited to get back out there, you know. I don't know, I guess I'd look at the praise early in the season or what it is. You just see it's a long season. You got to play, you got to perform for 12 weeks in the regular season. So I don't give too much. I'll give praise after the season if we do really well to somebody, good and bad, and how we handle it. So, but it is. We had a bunch of guys miss time with practice, miss time with injuries during practice last week. But you know that's part of playing, and that's one of the things that makes the SEC a little bit different. It's not the one game; it's the game after game after game after game that you have to play, and how that wears on you.
And then early in the game, Damian Pierce broke off a few big runs. As the season goes on, are you going to stay committed to that, like running back by committee, or are you going to be more
well, each guys brings something a little different to the table, you know, and so there's certain plays I like certain guys in there for, and then there's other situations where each guy runs a play a little differently, so it kind of brings a little something different to the table, and those guys. Those guys done a pretty good job. I don't have any complaints with the running backs and how that's going.
Thank you.
True.
Buddy Martin? Buddy, you're there?
I'm here, sorry. Yeah, Sam, sorry. I want to get back to Pamela's question again. Understand the noise obviously was a problem. It wasn't the only thing. Do you practice with noise for games now? Okay, so you did that before then. I'm sure you told them. The question I have about the snap, it came up in several interviews, some reference to the snap. It appeared as though, to the amateur's eye like me, that sometimes the linemen were expecting the ball to be snapped sooner, and they went and snapped later. Was there some of that going on too, with the young center? And,
Oh yeah.
okay. Okay, so he was not, and then Emery made a remark after during his press conference that he was going to do a better job of being louder.
Mm-hmm.
The signals. Is that something that was an issue?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's something we look at everything, at each one, at every little issue that goes on there, and we work to get those corrected.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Not adjusting for the snap count mid-game is unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable. It literally is, bro.
Okay, and final question about field goal teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this happen a number of times, including all the way back to the kick six, where the personnel on the field, obviously blocking, they're not exactly jet speedsters,
Yep.
and not linebackers are tackling. You had a situation with that bitch in the butt there, unfortunately, but with the missed tackles. How will you change that, if all, in the future in terms of getting somebody who's faster and a better tackler on that field goal team in case there is a block?
No, we practice going to try to tackle the guy, and those scenarios happen sometimes.
Thank you.
Cassidy?
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
I kind of wanted to follow up on that. I was wondering if you could just kind of explain for those of us that may not understand, how difficult or easy is it to actually switch to a different cadence in a game, or is that something that has to be worked on in the off season? Is it just easier said than done?
You can do it. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's much easier said than done. I mean, there's a lot that goes into what we practice and how we do things. So, but you know, I mean, we're going to continue to look at each one of the different scenarios and everything that happens, and we'll go improve on it and coach it up and get it fixed.
And then following up on David's question a little bit, how do you keep that thumb wrestling attitude, so to speak, prevalent when you're coming back off of a hard loss to a noon game against a team that, I mean,
well, I mean, you're a competitor. You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess you're just a competitor. If you would have gone out with a run with me this morning and we got within the last half mile, I'm going to sprint and beat you. And that was just going on a nice morning jog. If you walk with me down the street, you probably see I'll walk a step in front of you because I don't like being behind people. I like winning. And so, I mean, it's a heck of a lot. And that's just going for a walk down the street. You know, so if you go play pickup hoops in a friendly game of pickup hoops and it gets close, don't be surprised if you get an elbow in the eye. And that's just lunchtime hoops. So it's certainly not, I promise you this, it's certainly not hard to get motivated to go play an SEC game. I don't care whether we play in the, you know, on Friday morning at 6 a.m. in the parking lot, or we play at noon in the swamp. I don't care. We'll go play. So, I mean, there's certainly not going to be any lack of motivation or desire or want to go out and win the game.
Yeah, that's true, though.
That was an attitude that was very easily seen in Felipe. You know, we saw him do that a lot. I used to see him, like, race Kyle and Emery to practice just to get in there first. Do you have those guys that sort of are your leaders now that can make sure that that's injected and that the team is staying?
Yeah, I think everybody has their own little competitive ways that they show things and that they do things. You know, and everybody kind of probably within a program shows their competitiveness in different ways. You know, but I certainly don't think we have any lack of competitors and competitiveness on our team.
Just last one for me, status of Kair for this weekend.
Yeah, we have a bunch of guys that are banged up, so I'm not going to get into injuries for this week. We have a bunch of guys that'll be questionable, so it'll be too long for me to go through it all.
Again, can I follow up on your competitiveness?
Yeah.
Like, so with that said, TV cameras caught you smiling, almost like really enjoying yourself as you walk to do the handshake.
I think it's talking about you enjoyed yourself. I mean, nah, bro. After some shit like that, bro, I understand. After a loss like that, bro, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I would say you kind of just have to laugh because it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? Just put a smile on your face because that was so bad that, like, you can laugh. But also, it's just like, that was horrible, bro. How can you even put a smile on your face? So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's like, yeah, it's halfway. But he wasn't just, like, smiling. He had, like, a little smirk, and then it went back away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to see what he says about this,
Almost, like really enjoying yourself as you walk to do the handshake post game with Mark.
Okay.
Were you smiling at Mark, you know, that you got me here, or what? I mean, like, it just seemed really off and out of character for you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you keep a camera on somebody, everything, you can still shot whatever thing that's going on in your mind, you know. In my mind, at that point, I'm thinking about, you know, everything that went on during the course of the game, what we did well, things we have to improve. I'm thinking of how I want to talk to the team, how we got to build it back up. We have a whole long season to go play ahead of us. I don't know. I mean, you could probably get, if you keep a camera on me the entire game, you'd probably catch me doing all kinds of things that probably would be like, boy, I wonder why he's doing that at this very second. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be worse, you could be Urban, but I was just curious, thank you.
What do you say? What'd she say about Urban Myers?
Could be worse, you could be Urban, but I was just curious, thank you.
I don't know what she said.
Goodell? Hey Dan, I know you mentioned about coverages, a lot of guys dropping this week, and that's why you weren't testing downfield.
Yeah.
But in the season, Emery.
I ain't gonna lie. Towards that fourth quarter, bro, it was a lot of man coverage Kentucky was doing, and we had niggas booty hole wide open, bro. We had niggas wide open if we just really threw the ball down the field. They was doing man coverage down the last stretch of the fucking man coverage. Kentucky can't do no fucking man coverage. What the fuck?
Looks like he's throwing 12 passes of 20-plus yards out of his 134 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious what the trust level is there. You mentioned him having a cannon of an arm, but
yeah.
How much do you want to use?
Really good. I trust him throwing the ball deep down the field.
I can't tell.
Thank you.
Look at your face. Look at your face while saying it. Look at
Trust him throwing the ball deep down the field.
Look at your face, Dan Mullen. Look at your face by saying that. You are telling me 100% you don't even believe the words you're saying coming out of your mouth, bro. Because when Emery does throw the ball down the field, it's either an interception or he doesn't see the right person. You know what I'm saying? But you don't even believe that shit. You're saying it. It's coming out of your mouth. You don't believe that shit. Look at your face. Look at your face. You don't believe that.
Thank you.
What is he looking at? What you looking at?
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to have my USGA rule book handy when we finally tee it up one day.
Well, my son does, so he knows it, so he can kind of. I don't. He quotes it right there. So, yeah. The issue is, you know, I understand my limitations on the golf course. Now, walking to the ball, I may beat you there, and walking to the next tee, I might, because I can beat you there getting there. But once you put the club in my hand, I don't know. My limitations might start to catch up with me a little bit. I'm not for lack of want to beating you, but.
I'm very limited.
Lack of talent might come into it a little bit.
So Dan, what is, I wanted to ask you this, one, and then a concluding question. How do you handle that kind of frustration on the sideline? It's clearly got to be immensely frustrating to watch all that. I mean, do you have techniques that you like? I mean, literally. Like,
nah, facts. I would have been losing my fucking mind on that damn side. I was losing my damn mind watching it from the crib. Imagine me on the sideline.
You're gonna,
like a breathing technique and all that. You know, one thing I talk to our team, and what you have to do is you have to really look at things. Okay, when you're frustration, just when you're frustrated with things. Okay, frustration's an emotion. Okay, and a mental state. And how does that frustration, a lot of times frustration can cause negativity and point you in a bad direction. Okay, frustration gets people to do things they don't want to do, or do things, like I said, once it's done, it's done. You can't change what's already happened. Okay, now there's nothing that we can do that can change the results of Saturday night. No matter what we want and how disappointed we are or frustrated we are, you can't change those results. So you can use that frustration and the emotion of frustration, and a lot of times it turns into a big negative. Okay, and then you're sitting there, and then all of a sudden, you had one negative, and the frustration caused another negative. And once the second negative's happened, you can't change that. That's happened. You still have to move forward. So the biggest one to me is use the frustration to motivate you. You got to take the frustration and use it to motivate you to find ways to improve. Use it to motivate you to get better, and not let the frustrations create a big negative, because the negative are only going to add to the problems that you have. And so, no matter how frustrating it is, that, sitting, there's the emotion of frustration, and letting that turn into a massive negative is not usually going to fix the problem. Taking that frustration and using it as a motivator to try to get better is the best way to fix whatever the problems, what's causing that frustration.
I mean, is that the message? Because the last season, I know this is a different year, ended on a down note. And now this year hasn't started out maybe as well as you would like. So what's the message? How do you make this season something that you guys look back on proudly?
Well, it's a long season, last year was a unique year with a totally different team. This year's a unique year with every year is such a unique year. They don't tie. One doesn't tie into the other.
Okay, if that's the case, if you do that, well, do not bring up the past year when you're getting grilled for questions and shit. If every year is such a unique, independent year, stop bringing up the past years when you're asking about the present time.
Dependent of each other. Now I know I'm the head coach, so to me, they can, you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, this year, and some of the guys are on the team this year and last year. So very, very independently. There's some great highs last year, some great lows last year. I'm sure this year there ends up being the same thing and with guys within the team. But, for us, like we talk about it, it's a long year. There's a lot of football still to be played out there. I can't tell you, we'll know what this year is going to be like and what this team and the result of this team is going to be like when the year ends. And there's a lot of factors that are going to go into success during the course of a year. And a lot of factors that go into, that you're not being successful. And, at the end of the year, you'll see both.
Appreciate the time as always.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, y'all. This is the first big red circle. This is the first big red circle. The season's already, it is, you know what I'm saying? But for the rest of this year, and going into next year, this is the first big red circle that you circle. If I'm the boss of Dan Mullen or whatever, whoever runs the athletic program for Florida, this is the first big red circle. Tyler Grantham should have already got fired last year, so that's one of my circles already. Fire that nigga. Dan Mullen, this is your first red big circle, bro. The shit you did was not good. The shit you did was not good, bro. It was not good, bro. All around was not good from the team, bro. And you're 2-2 versus Kentucky. Both streaks against Kentucky are gone. And both of those wins are against you, Dan Mullen. And in all honesty, you're supposed to be 1-3 against Kentucky. If Kyle Trask wasn't the fucking GOAT he is, we are 1-3. We are 1-3 against Kentucky. Simple as that. Because you wasn't taking Felipe out of that game. For us to know about Kyle Trask and for Kyle Pitts to have an amazing season, Felipe Franks had to go break his ankle. Instead of you just pulling somebody out, he had to get his ankle broken. Think about that, y'all. But it's whatever, bro. Like I said, we got Vanderbilt next week, bro. It is what it is, bro. Gators, the shit's done, bro. Gator Nation still on top, hopefully, man. We'll see how the rest of the season comes out, and then leading to the next season, bro. Like I said, bro, it is what it is, y'all. See what the comments saying. How did they not switch to silent counts beyond me? Props to Kentucky. I can hear Dan tell himself in the morning this was a quality loss. So Dan's bars, who were there last year, yeah, but didn't win. Our expectation of Florida simply get in the SEC, but not to win it. It's hard to believe that UF is paying more than $6 million a year to coach like this. $6 million a year is crazy, bro. Oh my God, bro. Need to fire Tyler Grantham, and them $6 million, go get a defensive fucking coordinator, bro. Please, bro. Can we go buy somebody? Can we go get somebody from where they're at and bring them over here, bro? Or Dan Mullen pride too much in the way because he don't want to work with somebody. Is that what it is, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? That's stupid, bro. I hate that. I know I'm like going to catch a lot of heat for this statement. Here it goes. I'm just embarrassed. I am too, bro. I am embarrassed. It was embarrassing, bro. Like, our best offensive in years goes 8-4 last year. Now, our best offense in years goes 8-4. Don't count the bowl game because, you know what I'm saying? 8-3. You know, that's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. That's our best offense in years, and our defense told us that year. Dan is not an elite recruiter. He refused to get rid of Todd Grantham and make other changes that need to be made, bro. That's it. Yes, facts. Stick with Emory Jones when Anthony is clearly the better player. That's facts again. I mean, he clearly doesn't trust the guy to throw the ball past 15 yards. Facts. And we lose to Kentucky twice in a span of couple years, and I lose our winning streak against them under Dan Mullen. Facts. Not even Muschamp or Milkowayne did that. And to top it all off, each time he loses, he doesn't take any accountability. I am not fine winning 9 to 10 wins a year in a New Year's Six Bowl, because that is not the Gator standard. He always preaches about the Gator standard, and every year tends to lose to a team or be in a dogfight with a team that's not even the same league as us talent-wise. This is facts, bro. You're not getting no heat from me, bro. This is facts, bro. Did the same crap at Mississippi State. We just lost to a basketball school twice in the span of 4 years. I don't even know how to process that. So IDK, I'm starting to question Dan's ceiling. At least Milkowayne won the East twice, even considering how bad his offense was. Facts, bro. Our offense was horrible, me and Milkowayne. And we won the East. And we was winning the East. We'll get the fuck beat out of us by Bama in the championship game. SEC championship, but we was winning the East. And his struggles in recruiting. I'm not even saying Milkowayne is a better coach than Dan, bro. Losing record to LSU, 1-2. Losing record to UGA, 1-2. Tied with Kentucky, 2-2, which consider you can arguably be 1-3. Losing record to Bama, 0-2. Coming up short in big games is a problem. I just want Dan to put his ego aside and make the changes that need to be made. Stuff like this is embarrassing, but hats off to Kentucky though. Let's root for next week. Go Gators, bro. You get no heat from me, bro, because everything you said was 100% facts, Greg. Greg, this is 100% facts, bro. We have a losing record to LSU, a losing record to UGA, and we're, oh my God. This is bad. This is so bad, bro. This is bad, bro. This Gator standard, what is your Gator standard, Dan Mullen? What is it? Because if this is it, this is like, he's on the hot seat, bro. It's coming up to it, bro. He's on the hot seat, dog. It is what it is, bro. We all know it. We all see it, man. Hey, man. It is what it is, dog. We'll see what happens, bro. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. Florida football, Dan Mullen press conference after the loss to Kentucky. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to catch you guys next time, dog. Yeah. Fadgets.